Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. This one in particular is based off of my previous one on adding teams for mini games and such. This one is going to show you how to output whether or not a player reaches a certain amount of score, or if the team that player is on reaches an amount of score. So I have a new world here for the lab. Welcome to Z Lab, and these colors were brought to you by SystemZee's command block color filter using MC Edit. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport to the score control room. Alright, so basically I have just everything set up for if I need, to add scores, remove it, add teams, and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you exactly what this does. I'm going to add a team, I'm going to add the color, and I'm going to join it like we talked about. And you notice my score is set to 0. Well, the first thing I want to do is turn on this Testfor. This is what we're learning today, Testfor. Turn it on. You see I turned it on, and again the color in the little Z there was brought to you by SystemZee's color filters using MC Edit. So when that turns on, it turns on this loop, and I will show you exactly how to do this. But it turns on this loop, which then gets these going. The reason it needs to be on a loop is because it needs to check over and over and over again. For some reason it can't just be on all the time, which sucks. I wish you could just have it powered and check, but this makes it where it won't just, once it's outputted, it won't just stay on. So basically while it's looping, it's going to check. So I have Testfor at player, and then it checks to see if my score is under the little subject. I've created an objective called kill for the total kill count, is at least a minimum of 5, and if it is, then it'll come out of this comparator and it'll say, which this is another filter, at player score kill minimum 5 wins. So the player with the minimum of 5 wins, and that only happens if this gets turned on, which when it does, then it finds that player and then it outputs it. And this shows, actually I'll turn this off for now and I will show you exactly the player one first. So now that this is on, I'm going to go ahead and add 5, and you notice that it says my name, SystemZee, the team I'm on, that color wins, and because I got the 5 first. Say I took it away and then added it back, it would say it again. That's because of the loop. It checks over and over and over. You see that right now the comparator is not on. If I add the 5 points, you see the comparator is on, and so is that command block. Very cool. So I gotta go ahead and give thanks real fast to the Reddit community for helping me out. Particularly, I forgot their username actually, but thank you. You know who you are. I wish I could credit you. They helped me learn the Testfor, and yeah, in very nice way too. Usually Reddit can be mean, but they weren't. So alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and add the teams. So this Testfor test if there's a player with a score objective minimum of 5, and then it checks to see if there's one on the team blue. Team blue is the blue team I created. That is the name of the team. So basically if you were to check this, it'd be, well, actually you can I don't know if you can do it in chat, but so it tests for the player name, score kill minimum 5, comma team, and then it calls the team name. This is exactly how you do it. I don't really know how else to explain each one of these. It's just kind of, it makes sense if you know what it is. Basically score is just the general score. I don't think this is any variable that you set. This is just the function that is in the game. Kill, which is a variable, it's the objective we've created, and then a minimum, which is I guess a function of this, calls the integer 5, and then team blue, team being the function, and then team blue being the name. And once it does, it says team blue wins, and this is another filter of course, and you understand by now, so I shouldn't have to keep saying it. So basically if there is a team member on team blue that has 5, it'll call team blue, or it'll send out a signal and say team blue wins. There's one on Team Red, as you can see. This is all that changed, is Team Red. Team Red wins. So I'm going to go ahead and stay on blue team. Add 5 points. And there you go. Team Blue wins. SystemZee wins. And the reason it says SystemZee wins is just because I have both of these set up. It's not required to have all these. If you want, you could say which player got to 5 first, causing the team to win. But if not, then you know, you could always just go with these and have it set to like 25. Say the first team to 25 wins. And if a player got to 25, I don't know exactly how to add all the scores together, but that's pretty much how that would work. In case, you know, you were wondering, that's pretty much how Testfors work. So let's go ahead and deduct 5 points. Let's go round back here. And we're going to add the red team, add the color, and I'm going to join it. So you see my color has changed over there. If I add 5 points, you will notice Team Red wins. SystemZee wins. I'm going to go ahead and join Team Blue because you all know that's my favorite team. Alright, so I'm going to show you how this loop works. And this is not my idea. This is a very common loop that people use. And for some reason it was very confusing for me. I don't know why, but so there's 2 options. You can either have it using a lever by having this, just make like a little V here, lever, that, and that. Of course you want to kind of turn it down so it don't just burn out, and then you can control it like that. It's pretty cool. Now if you don't have, or if you don't want to have a lever and you want it to be controlled, well, I do have a lever in this case, but I wanted to kind of make it like a loop or a switch. What is this called? An inverting. Yeah, I wanted it to invert, so when it was down it would say on instead of up. So here's how you would do that. It's very simple. Just have it like that. Well, that's not how you invert it, but if you said, or if you say had like a button, or if your lever was very far away, instead of having to connect it to this, you know, you could just do it like that. It's really simple. And that's basically the tutorial. I mean, this isn't really a complete Testfor roundup, but this is just how you would have it set to call the first player who has that score. And I just thought this was very useful and that people could use this to help better their mini-maps. So I hope you enjoyed. Testfor, look for the player, score, variable kill, the objective. I'll show you. Scoreboard, objective, list. Objectives. Okay, there we go. List. You notice kill displays as score right there, and is a type of total kill count. So this is the objective I made. Checks to see if that objective has a minimum of 5 of a player, and if it does, then it outputs. So that's how you do that. Very simple. I hope you enjoyed. My name is SystemZee. Thanks to the Reddit community and thanks to YouTube, because I watched a few tutorials to pull in together these, and I can't really recall the ones I watched, but thanks to them. So I will see you guys next time.